This is a preview from our Texture Control Masterclass. We used a classic shampoo set to control this client's hair texture. We used 2 sizes of perm rods, a soft peach in the nape area and a large green throughout the rest of the hair. We placed the perm rods vertically and we used a layered brick wrap pattern and we rolled the hair all going forward. You see here right in the fringe bang area, the rollers are placed at an angle and the result will be a beautiful 1940s Veronica Lake swoop. We place the rollers vertically so that the curls will fall into natural wave. We used water and heat to break and reset the hydrogen bonds into the shape and direction of the perm rods. The hair is primarily made of keratin strands, and what holds those strands together are chemical bonds. There are 3 primary bonds we deal with in hair care. That is the disulfide bonds, the ionic bonds, and the hydrogen bonds. In this shampoo and set texture control class, we are going to focus on the hydrogen bonds. Whenever we use heat or water on our hair, what we're doing is we're breaking and we're resetting the hydrogen bonds. Okay, here's what's happening. Your hair is in the original shape, and then you add water or you add heat and you break the hydrogen bonds. What you're doing is you're changing the hair state. You're changing the hair's shape. And the way you're doing that is by breaking the hydrogen bonds and then resetting them into the new shape. Don't get all freaked out. We have a lot of hydrogen bonds within the cortex layer. They're there specifically to allow us to change the shape of the hair. So we've used water and some acidic leave-in conditioners and some nourishing lipid serum to roller set this hair, and the hydrogen bonds have been reshaped into the size of the roller, and the curl pattern will be in the direction that the hair was rolled. As you see here, we allowed the hair to cool so that the hydrogen bonds can be set into the new form, the size of the perm rod. You don't want to take the rollers out of the hair while the hair is still warm. The hydrogen bonds have not been completely reset when the hair is still warm. That's why when you blow dry and then flat iron and you go in while the hair is still warm and try to add curls, well, the curls will never stay. They'll always fall out. That's because the hydrogen bonds were set in a straight formation. So unless you use high heat, and even then it's going to be very difficult to reform those hydrogen bonds that were broken through the blow dry and flat iron process. Okay, I got off track. Let's go back to this roller set. You want to be gentle and deliberate while you're taking the rollers out of the hair. You can already see how the vertical partings and the vertical placement of the rollers is going to contribute to the final comb out. So now that we've got the rollers out and we've allowed the hydrogen bonds to be reset to cool in the new shape of the perm rods, we're going through with our hands and we're applying some natural lipids. We're using an organic hemp oil, which is a beautiful, nourishing, dry oil. We want to nourish the hair. We don't want to weigh it down. So I applied the hemp oil to my hands, and then I used my fingers and my palms to distribute the hemp oil throughout her hair. The diameter of her hairs are fine. The density is medium, so we don't want to use an oil to weigh her hair down. And this organic cold press hemp oil is amazing. You can buy this beautiful hemp oil from our website at beautywellnesshaircare.com. All you need is 1 or 2 drops for the entire head. 100% pure hemp seed oil is extremely high in essential fatty acids that closely resembles our skin and scalp's natural lipids. It's one of the driest natural oils out there. The vitamins and the minerals that are present in the hemp seed oil are quickly absorbed, and they provide intense nourishment to our scalp and our hair without being greasy. So with the hemp oil on my hand, I'm using my fingers to comb and style her hair. I'm not using a comb, I'm not using a brush, I'm not using a pick. I am using my fingers to elongate and to separate and to direct the curls in the direction that the hair was wrapped in. Her hair is truly multi-textured. She has curls and waves and kinks, and in the front fringe area it's very elongated wave pattern. So we used rollers and water and conditioners to reform her hydrogen bonds into this new directed curl pattern. We're doing a finger comb out because we really don't want to disturb the curl pattern as it's set in this new hydrogen bond form. Does that make sense? The longer we leave the bonds set in this curl pattern, the longer her hairstyle will last. And over time, the curls will loosen, the hydrogen bonds will naturally break, and the hair will get looser and looser, and the she won't even have to roll her hair, she won't have to use curling irons, she won't even have to sleep in a sleep cap. If she has a satin pillowcase, that will be good enough. uh, all we want to do is break up the roller partings, and we want to encourage and make sure the curls are in the form that we set them in with the rollers. There was a reason why we had that particular curl pattern. You see right here in the fringe bang area, I talked about that Veronica Lake swoop. Well, here it is. And it doesn't matter how long your hair is. If you use this particular roller placement pattern, you'll always get a swoop. It could be 3 inches long, or it could be 13 inches long. And it looks a little curly and tight now, but believe me, uh, within hours, the hydrogen bonds are going to relax. You see how I'm going in with my fingers? This is the finger styling. This is going in and separating. It's finding any flyaways or any frizz and coaching them and encouraging them to go back into the hydrogen formation that they were dried in. Okay, I've got this hemp oil on my fingers as I'm going through and finger combing. It makes all of the difference in the world. I know they try to push moisture on us, but what textured hair needs is nourishment. And this is the finger comb out with natural hemp oil. No gel, no mousse, no foam, no wax. And this is her hair 7 days later. She didn't roll her hair, she didn't wrap her hair. And this is how that roller placement curl resulted in a wavy stacked bob. Now, like I said, this is 7 days later, and she didn't do anything to her hair. This is how we started out. This is our perm rod curly bob with a swoop bang, and we finger combed. We didn't use any combs, no brushes, no picks. We just used our hands and our fingers to redirect and encourage the curls to stay in the new state. The state that we changed the hydrogen bonds to. So when moisture hits this now, it's going to go right back to what her natural hair texture is. Because although hydrogen bonds are easy to change when we need a new hairstyle, they are temporary. They're just temporarily changed. They're not permanently changed. So, water and heat will break hydrogen bonds. They will change the state of the hair. Whenever we shampoo and restyle our hair, we're affecting the hydrogen bonds, and the hydrogen bonds are ionic. So it's very important that when we finish the style set, we use ionic atoms from the hair dryer and blow dryer to finish the hydrogen bond state change. We have to start with the hair's bonds because it's the bonds that hold the keratin fibers together. And when all of the hair bonds break, that's when your hair falls apart. We can help you understand and identify which bonds you're working on no matter what service you're providing. Come visit us at beautywellnesshaircare.com.